The number of things you can do for fitness is like unbelievable. Like everybody's always like, do this, do that, do this other thing. And it's like, how do you get everything done? I mean, with resistance training, it could be bodybuilding, powerlifting, CrossFit, Orange Theory, Camp Gladiator, Pilates, yoga. Just the amount of options are so unbelievable. There are different things you can do. With nutrition, you have Weight Watchers, Whole30, Paleo, Atkins, the blood sugar type diet. I mean, again, the options are just unlimited. And even with conditioning, you have, training for a marathon or high intensity. So with all that in mind, what I like to do is just create a simple checklist. And the idea of this checklist is that you've done enough, and now the secret is to keep doing this. So week in, week out, year in, year out. So here's the way it works. I have 7 things that can be done, and each has a weighted point value. And if you add up all the points, they equal 100. And the goal is to simply score 80 out of 100 points each week. And if you can do that 50 out of 52 weeks, then you could fill in those other variables, those other details, and it really doesn't matter. You're going to win. And with winning being that they're going to get more of what you want, strength, endurance, muscle tone, and less of what you don't want, body fat, out of breath, bad doctor reports. So I'm going to go through that checklist real quickly. With that said, though, if y'all just message me, I can email it over to you so you'll have a physical copy. But the way it works is for weight training is just lift weights. I don't care really what method you use. Of course, there's details. I'm a personal trainer after all, so I do think some things are better. But if you're doing progressive weight training 3 times a week, that's worth 8 points each time you do it. 3 times a week, 8 points each time, a maximum of 24 points, okay? Conditioning work, cardio, again, I don't care how you do it, whether you go with the high intensity, you go for a walk, you ride a bike, you swim, I don't care. All I care is that you do 30 minutes of conditioning 3 times a week. You do that, you get 8 points each time. That's another 24 points. So if you're keeping up at home, that means if you lifted weights 3 times a week and you went for a run or a bike ride or whatever 3 times a week, 24 points each, 48 total points, okay? And we're trying to get to over 80 each week, all right? Beyond that is my demographic is recent retirees, and that's what this checklist is tied to. So I prescribe what I call mobility routines. You could call it a flexibility routine, and I want that done 6 times per week. And each time you do it, you can get 4 points. So you make all 6 mobility routines, then that's 24 points once again. Any math majors out there, if you did all the cardio 3 times a week, the weight training 3 times a week, and you do the mobility routine 6 times a week, 24 gives us what? 72 points. So you got to come up with 8 more points, okay? So the rest is going to be revolved around our nutrition and our recovery, our ability to bounce back from these workouts. So we have eat protein with each meal. You do that with each meal. The entire day, you get 1 point per day. So that's 7 points total per week. You eat 3 different colors of vegetables and or fruits. It could be all fruits, all vegetables, combination. I don't care. All I care about is it's 3 different colors per day. You get a point there, 7 points total per week. You should drink water each day, 8 glasses of water. You drink 8 glasses of water, there's a point every day, 7 points total per week. And finally, sleep. You should get 8 hours of sleep. This doesn't mean you lay down and you wait and you get up. It's actually being asleep. Get 8 hours of sleep. That's a point per day, 8 points per week. You add it all up, it's 100. Again, if you message me, I can send you over the Excel sheet where it's all written down. So, you're going to get there. If you want to be the person that does all the workouts, then, you don't have to eat quite as well. And if you eat really well and you nail your protein, you nail your vegetables, you nail the water, you get the sleep in, then you can miss a workout here or miss a condition. You can miss some other stuff, and you're going to be fine too. But that's it. The beauty of this checklist is that you did enough. You're not going to be stressing, did I do enough? I train a lot of what I call my overachievers, and just you want to know that you're doing the right things because, again, we are so overloaded with all the things we can do. Now you can list out a lot of things that you're not going to do, and that's a much shorter list. You're not going to miss those workouts. You're not going to skip out on the water, or, there's a lot of things that you're not going to not check off on the checklist. And if you do that, you're going to win. Now, if you'd like my help, I'd love to help you out with the details of what does that resistance training look like? what does the cardio look like? What do the meals look like to get the vegetables in, to get the protein in? What does that look like? Or are the strategies of how do I get that sleep in? That's what I'm here for, is to coach you along. And I will be releasing a book pretty soon that's going to go into details. But anyway, to get that information, just shoot me a message as well. If you live near the studio, we'll spend an hour together in the studio, one-on-one. We'll go through a strategy session there, and then I'll get you a couple training sessions so we can work with you on your weight training technique. And if you don't live near me, just message me as well. I do online coaching, so we can get, again, on a strategy call, talk you through everything, and set you up with a plan just for you. And outside of that, just message me if you'd like to actually get a copy of that checklist. I'll love to share it with you. That's it. Have a great day. I'll be back tomorrow. Bye, Amy.